Hello and welcome back, my magical friends. Is it Thursday yet? That's right. Today, we're going to be doing some Dungeons & Dragons fan art, specifically of Campaign 4 of Critical Role. I decided to do the characters Tyranny, Wicander, and Vaelus to make fan art for. Let's get started. I started out with Tyranny and Wicander because, well, firstly, Tyranny is my favorite character. Her character design is so cute and I love her design. And Tyranny and Wicander as a duo is just so funny. They're so funny together in the campaign. And I will be avoiding spoilers other than my general opinions on how the campaign is going so far. I ended up doing these initial sketches and I felt though something was just not right. So I decided to go ahead and start over both of my sketches. I've been really enjoying the campaign so far. I think it has been really interesting and intense watching it. I really like the details on Tyranny's design. The black fingers and the eyes and the ears and the horns and the fact that she is pink. It's all so cute. So my second sketch, I ended up liking how it looked a bit more. I struggle a bit with drawing guy characters, specifically because I just draw a lot of women and I just like drawing the ladies. But these two are just so iconic, I had to draw them together. I'd say the coloring part is very much so a trust the process situation. I was very confused on how to draw male facial features and color them specifically too. I was very lost and it looks a little funny throughout, but at some point I ended up looking at a lighting reference and I noticed that my shadows were just not dark enough, specifically under the eyebrow bone and under the nose, and I think pushing those shadows really helped define and carve out his face. My goal was to do a yellow lighting beaming down on them, very much because they are a part of the church and they follow the light. I think their story so far has been very interesting and I'd like to see how these characters develop. I'm going in and I really focused on Wicander first because I was so lost in the process, and afterwards I go back and I refine Tyranny some more. I focused on the sketches individually, but then when it came to the full work I wanted them to be together, so when I put them together I still have them on different layers, but I wanted to have an idea of what they might look like together. When I'm refining and adding in lighting, I'm stealing some color from the background to add into my artwork to kind of add an ambient lighting. I think all the colors and the little details really help. I think the colors of these characters too are just really good. I love the teals, and I love the white and teal hair, and I love the pink, and I think I love the vibrant markings he has on his face. I think it's very cool. I tried a few techniques like mini blurring it a bit. I decided in the end, but I think they look good as they are. I didn't add any noise filter or blur or anything but I did add a lot of different color layers. For example, one of my favorite final adjustments is to add an overlay layer with very bright, vibrant red and very bright, vibrant, saturated glue and just put them in warm areas and glue in the shadows, and then change the layer to overlay and reduce the opacity pretty low, and I think it just adds a nice amount of color variation to the piece. And this is how they turned out. I hope you like it. I like it. It took me a long time. Next up, I did a quick Vaelus drawing. I think Vaelus also is just so cool and one of my favorite characters. She is definitely just farming aura the whole time. Well, I feel like that's the goal of the aesthetic of this character, is just aura farming. I think she looks so cool though. Like when they were introducing the characters and Vaelus was introduced as a paladin, I was like, oh, that's so cool. I like the concept of the dark elf paladin is amazing, and how she wields the light through her whip lamp. This cake is very cool. But yeah, I think Vaelus is just so cool. I tried my best. A lot of my energy went into the first drawing, so it was a kind of a guilty pleasure. Easy drawing. I didn't put too much effort into it as I would like to have, because the whole character design is very cool. Maybe in the future I'll try again. Eventually, I decided to tackle the mask, which is a chain link mask, and I ended up finding the most perfect brush in Procreate when you scale it up super large. I don't remember what it was, but it was just some texture brush, and I scaled it up really high, and it gave the perfect texture to kind of seem like it's maybe chain link without having to go through and put in the detail, you know? And her scar, I was quite worried about her, and I saved it till the end, and I feel like it ended up looking quite nice. I really like the colors on her scar, and I think it's a nice contrast with her skin tone. And then I forgot the actual scar on her other eye, and so I had to add that in at the very end. And then I did a few color adjustments and liquefying, and added a bright blue outline, and this is how it turned out. I hope you like it. Here are my 2 drawings. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.